Welcome to Whiskey Adjacent, the mini-series where I look at whiskey-ish type things, such as pre-made cocktails, traditional cocktails, flavored whiskeys, and more. I'm your favorite player one, Richard, and in today's episode, we're going to be smashing some pumpkins.
So what?
Down. It's big.
Oh! No, not like that. You know, smashing pumpkins. That's not what I mean. Smashed pumpkins. For today's recipe, Spicy Bourbon Pumpkin Smash. So grab your controllers, pour yourself a dram, and let's get into it. Last week, we made a pumpkin spice whiskey sour. I'll put a link to the video somewhere up here. So sticking with the pumpkin spice theme, I thought for this week's video, we would make a Spicy Bourbon Pumpkin Smash. Now, this recipe comes from the folks over at Half Baked Harvest. And the recipe has 4 simple ingredients, 5 if you want to make it fancy. For this recipe, you will need 1 to 2 ounces of spiced pumpkin syrup, 2 ounces of bourbon or rye, half an ounce of orange juice, and 1 to 2 dashes of orange bitters. To step it up a notch, you will float ginger beer on top. Gives it that little bit of extra spice. So I have my rocks glass ready, my shaker ready. Let's go ahead and mix this drink. Okay, our ingredients are ready to go. I have ice in my mixing container. My rocks glass is ready to go. So let's go ahead and mix this cocktail. The first thing that we need is 1 to 2 ounces of our spiced pumpkin syrup. Now this syrup is different than the recipe that we used from last week's video. Rather than telling you everything that goes into it, I'm just going to include it in the description as well as a link to the website for this recipe. So 1 to 2, I'm going to do in between. I'm going to go for 1.5 ounces of our syrup. Now my syrup I cooked down a little bit more than probably what was recommended. In fact, in the video that I watched, hers was a little bit more of a liquid consistency. I tend to go, if we're gonna make syrup, I want it to be of that syrup type consistency. So that's what we went with. Even though the recipe is called a spicy bourbon, it was weird in the video that they included on their website, they used rye. So we're gonna follow what they do in the video. I have my Sazerac rye. Decided to go this route instead of the Pursuit that I did last time because you know what, we want to save the good stuff for something else. Not that Sazerac isn't good, but that Pursuit, in my opinion, is a little bit better. There was still some syrup in here, so we're going to add just a little bit more. There you go, that's not going to hurt nothing. All right, so we got our syrup in, we have our rye in. Now we're gonna go with half of an ounce of orange juice. It also says you can use clementine juice. However, I don't know where I would even find clementine juice, and I happen to have orange juice in the house. So we're gonna add that in to our mix. And then, of course, our 1 to 2 dashes of orange bitters. We're gonna go with 2. Because why not? All right. All of our ingredients are in. Let's go ahead and mix this bad boy up. I'm going to put a lid on this guy just in case I bump it. All right, we're going to pop this bad boy. All right. Strainer is here into our glass. Now, on top of the ginger beer that you could add to float on top to add that extra bit of spice, if you want to garnish this, maybe a little bit of grated nutmeg, a cinnamon stick, might just kind of elevate at least the way that it looks. So we're going to go ahead and get in on the taste. Cheers. Oh my gosh, this could be dangerous. This reminds me of if you've ever had a pumpkin pancake. They're, seasonal recipes and stuff like that at like IHOP and what have you tend to make like an oatmeal pancake. So I'm getting the, I'm sorry, I said oatmeal, pumpkin. I'm getting pumpkin with like a slight hint of oatmeal with the orange juice that is there. This is phenomenal. I just want to stop talking about it and keep drinking. So one more time, cheers. Oh yeah, that would be good. Or that wouldn't be, that is good. I'm sitting there thinking, usually family tradition, nobody's having to work on Thanksgiving. So you're preparing Thanksgiving meal. Why not have yourself a cocktail to start the day? This one would be perfect for that. So phenomenal beverage, great flavor, especially if you like cocktails with something a little bit sweeter. So, all right, the Spicy Bourbon Pumpkin Smash, smashed it. Definitely check out this recipe. I will leave the link down below. Thank you for watching as always. Be sure to like this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And in the comments below, what is your favorite pumpkin cocktail, if you like that sort of thing. All right, guys, I'm your favorite player one, Richard. Thank you again for watching. Have a good one.